From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. All bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Another carry for him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first. Working inside the red zone. Complete out to the right side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That one's incomplete over the middle. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They'll have the first down and even more. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. When you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept them in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
He gets it headed right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. He's dropping back to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and goal.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Now is York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10 from the 41. They're going play action. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Man in motion here. 2nd and 10 now. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a 21-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Lions looking at their first red zone opportunity. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Achane on the inside give. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with the option to the right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
They put a receiver in motion here left. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Lions making the call for their field goal unit. A 27-yard look here.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And this one they stopped after getting up past the 35. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 36. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Juke the defender. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Hits him on the out route. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd down from the gun. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Complete to Braylon Allen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw it here. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans take a second quarter lead. On is Cade York for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is York to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Cut out left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's a chain up the middle. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They run the counter to Achane. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play now. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Trying to throw here out of the gun. This one's caught. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Trying to run it in. Achane. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Trying again with Achane. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Achane. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions tie things 10-10. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Allen. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete out to the right. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. Finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Brought in right side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Play action on 1st down. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains in this half. So on 3rd down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Groupie sends it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. He beams one deep right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked. Now this is picked up inside the 35. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now is York to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Achane. And this one doesn't go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. He'll throw it. Able to find Achane. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And hey, we see out onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. Kate, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
He gets 6 on that play, and it sets up a Houston 1st. On the handoff, Allen. Open space inside the 40. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans push their lead further to start the half. Braylon Allen, the touchdown. You're good on the point after. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. Now he's York to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A run now with Achane. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third down run from... Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the Texans grab it!
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
This is Allen on the give. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Texans set to punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Texans make it a 16-point ball game. They have him back there because of the incredible things that he can do on punt returns, Brock, but this time he winds up giving the other side their incredible moment.
That's right. As a returner, you've got to field that ball clean first, and then second, keep it secure the rest of the way. There's 10 dudes on that other side, like maybe even 11 if you got a punter who likes to hit, and their sole mission is to separate you from the ball at full speed. And if they're lucky, well, they're lucky they can return it back to the house for 6.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. The Lions readying for the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Got 44 yards on his 1st kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Allen trying this straight ahead. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10 now. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Design bootleg here. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Lions will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field, Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And great special teams execution on that punt. It's inside the 10, reaches the 8. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Let's go now. Setting up a throw. Put the body on the line for his team. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds a man, right side. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for the back that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
He'll throw again on 2nd down. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They kick the running back in motion. Desperation time here on fourth. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They run with Allen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Gain 6 on the play, bring it up 2nd and 4. It's Allen again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one hits for 30. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Right back to Allen. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. This is Allen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
From midfield now, it's caught, Ferguson. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their 1st sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Fits it through the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Pass play on 1st and 10. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They are throwing it again. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing it again here. And that one looked like an reception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Third and long for him here. Chased out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First down from the red zone. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Detroit. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Texans come away with the road win. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.